So this one is a crab. Nicholas the pilot, Pierre the co-pilot, they're engineering students, they're confident, and they're going to be going down sideways. And sideways, they're not really sideways, are they, I suppose? He's facing forwards, look, the pilot. They're going okay, though. Really well, actually, look at the speed. This is where it starts to get tricky. That's as good as we've seen through there. That really is as good as we've seen through there. And they're really, really fast, in control over the kicker, and they're around that corner. Now we could be onto something. Oh, the crab catches that, though, over the wheel. Over the finish line in 43.17. It's brilliant compared to everybody else. It's unconventional, and it's got all the way to the finish. And what do I know? And they are off and running. Now, there's something we've only seen once before. We saw this in Mumbai. The co-pilot standing. They actually went on to win the event that day. So we'll see what happens with this team. Through the smoke and heading towards the bridge or the water, where the pilot has the choice. He's gone for the bridge. I think it's going to be really difficult for him to stand all the way down on this circuit, because this is a difficult circuit. This is where it starts to get fast. Just picking his time when to stand and when to sit. The pilot himself is doing a great job, because it's quite a wide soapbox, so it won't be the easiest to steer. But they're making a mockery so far. They are flying. Look at the speed of them now, heading down towards the finish. They're going to get there, and they're going to get there with him standing on the back of it. That was impressive, steering the soapbox down the circuit, and made more impressive by the fact the co-pilot was standing up and adding to the whole process on the way down. Look at that. How good is that? Brings a new meaning to the phrase mirrors signal manoeuvre. Is he brave or is he foolish? What he is at the moment is pretty fast, and he's in a straight line at the moment. Over the jump backwards, no problem. Through the chicane, here we go. Can he actually see to get through the chicane? Well, clearly he can. Gets through there, no problem at all. Through the gravel trap. This is where it starts to get interesting. Downhill, backwards and fast. You can see it start to pick up speed. Over the jump, he's got the really tricky piece coming. Takes the jump well. Oh, flies around the corner, he nearly lost it there. He was on one wheel round the corner, but he manages to get it through the finish line in a time of 50 seconds. That's a remarkable run. Downhill, backwards, carré 3D, and he lives to fight another day. So Christelle, who's the driver, is a sports coach. She started the whole thing off. It's her idea. Team's made up of women who go to the fitness centre where she instructs, as you can see by the design. They spent 3 months working on it. Suzanne made the whole top part in her dining room. It's all handmade, most of it recycled. They stopped up there. That's the first team we've seen stop up there. The crowds love this team, though. They love the creativity, they love the design, they love the fact of everything this team stands for. And everybody's willing them on. The only problem here is the speed. Look at the legs going. Look at the legs going. It's a problem, you know, when you design a soapbox and you can't even go downhill. Can you imagine doing that uphill or on the straight, but not flat, but not downhill? Finally, it starts to roll itself. Go on, girls! This is better. That's where it gets steeper, you see. Under the post. Now they're enjoying it. Now they're going to work out how they're going to stop it. 2 minutes and 15 seconds, but it's not always about the speed. It's about being here, taking part. Look at the emotion. They've worked so hard to be here today. It means so much to all of them. And that is what the Red Bull Soapbox is all about. Fantastic. Here they go then, Ladies Marmalade, the most glamorous team we've got here today in the Moulin Rouge car. Over they go, a piece of it falls off, but that won't bother them. Through the chicane they go. Nerves at the top from the other two team members. Going well so far, but moving towards the gravel trap, and now it gets very quick. It gets slippery down this surface. They've got the second jump, and they've got the left-hander and then the right-hander. Through the left-hander they go, no problems there. Over the jump, and now they've got to turn right quickly if they can. Yes, they can. They're a bit wobbly through there. Flying down towards the finish, holding their breaths at the top. It's a really good run. They got the performance marks, they provided the glamour, and they provided a really quick time as well. Fantastic performance by the ladies. How did she hang on there? The big concern I've got with this one, and don't forget that I've seen a few of these, I look at that steering mechanism and I wonder, do we get from the top down to the bottom in one piece? It's also quite wide as well. You can see there's not a great deal of room there between the straw bales and the side of the soapbox. The twin rollers, you don't want to get stuck on there. Apologies. Anyway, forgive me. Down we go. Crowd loving it today. L'Alsasso on the way. And L'Alsasso doing just fine. Wide axle, but strong enough, I think, just about, is it? Thought there might have been a bit of damage under there, but there isn't. They're okay. It's not particularly quick, this one, but they are. Well, I think there is damage. Look, it's that, as you look at it, the front left. It's just the kicker, I think, that just twisted the wheel underneath. It slowed them right down. It's cruise speed, really. Oh, the rugby posts have gone. He's hit the post. He's only gone and hit the post. You wouldn't have seen Johnny Wilkinson do that, would you? Go on, fellas, drag it down. At least it's not too far to the finish. Look at the wheels now, completely gone. Hit the post. Le Givre, Willie's a pilot. Stefan's the co-pilot. And this one is extremely bright. The smoke is there. And extremely big. I think he might need water and bridge here because it's so wide, this one. Just about gets it over the bridge, gingerly. Might need to release the brakes at some stage. Le Givre on the way down in a very unspectacular run at this stage. Oh, it gets a bit more spectacular there, though. It's the kicker before the corner, and the soapbox literally disintegrated over it. There's the spin. And then the whole momentum just took the polystyrene apart. That's all that's left of that. But they are down to the finish. That's the spirit of the Red Bull Soapbox Race. Drum team now. Here he goes, banging those skins on the way down. Drum team on the way. You can see the pilot in the big bass at the bottom. They're hoping to play the drums all the way down. And still he's hammering away at the top. more in fear than anything else. He's soon given that up as a bad idea. Look, he says, I'm going to just hang on, forget it in the drum. This is a brilliant run, though, by the way. Look how fast these guys are. Look at this. They're like maniacs down the circuit. Let's have a look at the time. That's amazing. 37.03. Astonishing speed. Watch the speed through the final couple of corners. He's hanging on for grim death at the back. So fast. Such a good time. That is brilliant. Lino and Ange, driver, co-pilot. A lot of work's gone into this. It's taken them 3 months to build it. Technically, they've had a right good go. But it's flying, this one. You wonder whether the sardines can have the rest of the field on toast. I didn't expect this to be quite as quick as it looks at the moment. Oh, just be careful with the bales there, fellas. There's the kicker. Now, can they get this big, awkward soapbox around this bend? They're as good as any we've seen so far in terms of speed at the top, and they're really loving it, the rest of the team. The flying sardine, down we go. I tell you what, that's good if they can keep it, keep it. Absolutely they can keep it. Posts. Down towards the finish. Really, really good that. There's a lot of things to like about this team. Design, performance, creativity, speed, anything you want today was delivered there. RSG Racing Team, down they go. The quicker part of this circuit is the second part. It almost lulls you into a false sense of security, but they get nice clearance over that jump, and you could see how smooth it was on landing. Safely through the chicane. Now this is where the momentum starts to build. You can see how steep it suddenly gets. Through the gravel trap, no problems there. And they're really motoring now. Will he stand up over the kicker, using his weight to navigate round the corner? Over we go. Really smooth landing there, and smoothly round the corner too. This looks like a decent run. If they can get there to the finish line, and they can, that's a really good run for RSG Racing Team. So the push-off from Thompson, and Thompson, Captain Haddock, Tintin and Snowy on their way down. They've got the jump to start with this very light soapbox. Over they go. Very, very aerodynamically sound, isn't it? It's quite long, though, as well, so the chicane potentially could pose a problem, but not for these two guys who pilot it superbly well. Thompson and Thompson hold their breath. Captain Haddock calls the shots. Down they go. picking up speed all the time. 38,000 packed in here today to watch this event. Fantastic atmosphere. And Lekanapam doing a good job down the circle. Oh, they catch the wall there, but they're able to keep it going just about, but they've lost some time. Can they pick up the speed once more? Because momentum was gone. Over the finish line they go. 52 seconds, it's still a good time. It puts them in the top 10, and they might well stay there. Can Superman get them down and off to a good start? If you can find some speed in the early part of this circuit, then you really can post a quick time, because all the speed seems to be gathered later on. Over the jump for the first time, it's quite wide, and it's already started to fall apart. The shower's gone, the chicane causes a problem. The shower curtain's blowing behind them, look, as they go. Through the gravel trap, picking up speed all the time. They're okay so far. Don't forget, they promised us they'll win. Oh, it's gone, look at that. The wheels have completely gone, and they will not complete the course. And the confidence they showed at the top of the run comes to nothing. You can see the wheels just completely go. I mean, what I'm taken by is the look on the duck's face as the whole thing just seems to disintegrate around him. There's the smoke. Panic in the laboratory, which is about to become panic on the track. Gotta say, they look quite quick, actually, over the bridge. Everything is okay so far. This is where he starts to speed up. They are mad scientists, and an element of madness always helps you on a day like this. Everything's all right at the moment. It's got to get around this tricky part here, and then well, they're slowing down now. They managed to go quite slowly through there, which has maybe helped them a bit. Over the kicker, around the bend, really tight through there. Really able to get through the apex of that corner. When you factor in performance and creativity and the time, that puts that team in a really strong position. First thing on the agenda is smoke, water or die. Now the bridge. They're big Scooby-Doo fans, they're workmates of the car manufacturers. It's nice and fast, this one. Although, the tricky part is yet to come. This is where the brakes come in handy. Avoid the wall if you can, miss the kicker if you can. They can't miss the kicker right across it, there we go. But he's okay, he's through, is he? Hanging on, hanging on, hanging on. Really good, this one so far. Really, really fast. And the mystery machine safe and sound at the bottom. Really fast, really smooth, all the way down. Here they go then. The Jedi and the Wookiee pushed down the track. The Millennium Falcon up to warp speed straight away. Here we go. Over the jump, didn't take off. Yoda's face, a picture of concentration. Chewbacca's having a problem with his mask, he can't see at the moment. Through the chicane, Yoda growing in confidence. Should he still have a driving licence at his age? I'm not sure. Over the gravel pit they go. Darth Vader is happy, that's a good sign, otherwise they could all be in trouble. Wonder whether Darth's using those Jedi mind tricks to help them navigate their way down this circuit, picking up speed all the time. Here goes the Millennium Falcon over the kicker, it's still going as well. Now they've got to get round the right-hander, which they do. Yoda's doing a sterling job here. Over the finish line he goes, it's a fantastic run. 56 seconds with a spectacular skid to finish at the bottom. And they've got a decent performance score there of 37. Look at the chunk on the wheels, nothing wrong with them. Down we go then, at least we're down. Oh, we've not gone far again. Look at the state of that. What have they made these soapboxes from? They can't believe it. That's hardly Marilyn Monroe jumping out, is it? Team Top Girls. So down to smoke, water or die. And they got smoke. They're students in art, physics and sport. Now they're going to go over the bridge. Nice leisurely start to the run. This is where the speed will start to pick up, and that red balloon's in the way, look. Can't see to the red balloon. Got to move the balloon. Just pop the balloon. They were inspired by the film Up. I can't see, there's a red balloon in the way. She cries. Still going, there they go, now we're okay. Now we can get down to business. The balloons have gone, and we're over the finish line, 56.83. Which is probably more remarkable based on the fact she couldn't see for half the journey down. There's the spectacular release of those balloons. Doctor in the house next. Doctor House. So off they go. And Lynn looks like she wants to stand here. Will she stand all the way down? At least she's got a good bar to hang on to. Vlad's got it moving over the bridge. cheered on by this huge crowd in Paris today. We've got the right-hander, and then the kicker, and then the sharper right-hander. There's that little left-hander they've got to get around. The big sharp right-hander is next. Then you can see the finish when you get to this point. Over the kicker, around the corner, down the final steep part, and over the finish line. And Lynn did manage to stand all the way down. And Dr. House has a good run here. They'll be very, very happy with that. Never really a part of the circuit where they were struggling. So Toulouse is the centre of the European Space Agency, and this team all go to the same engineering university. So bearing all of that in mind, they decided to build a rocket. And this looks like it could be fast. Plenty of speed into that double roller. And we've got Dorian, whose mum told them to enter the race. He's the pilot, with Paul behind him, and so far they're doing a great job. Lots and lots of speed. Flies over the kicker. Now then, all about getting round the bend and maintaining the speed they've got now, because after this bend, the course gets steeper and they'll get even faster. And it's glued to the tarmac through there. That's brilliant from Dorian. Moving down towards the posts, flying through there. This time's going to be good. Under the finish, let's have a look at it. 50 seconds and the spin to finish. It's the fastest today. The rocket went like a rocket. That's a brilliant run. So Kevin and Adrienne are the driver and co-pilot. They've started a business together, making YouTube videos, doing sports challenges, which they all do, wearing moustaches. Hence why we've got moustaches on the mop. Quite small wheels and a gigantic axle. That's been disaster in the past, it's disaster today. You cannot go forward when your wheels point sideways. That's an impossibility in Red Bull Soapbox. And it's pretty difficult to alter once it happens as well. All that hard work. Go on, drag it, fellas. It's a long way down with a heavy soapbox, whether you've got a moustache on or not. Leon Le Chameleon, in my finest French. Philippe and Mark are going to try and get it from top to bottom. They were inspired to build this while they were all on holiday in India. They saw the Festival of Colours. Oh, it's gone! Chin's being dragged on the floor. It's going to scrub off so much speed. It's coasting rather than flying, the kicker. They can't gain any momentum because they're scrubbing all the speed off with the friction at the front. Round the bend they go. Should be fine round there because there's not enough speed to really trouble them. Thoroughly enjoying the day though, everybody is here. Under the posts. Finish line. 59 seconds is still very, very good. But you wonder just how good that run would have been there, and that ultimately scrubs a bit of time off. Julian and Denis have the problem of getting it from top to bottom, and off they go. Nice and rapid at the top. It's one of the quicker ones off the ramp that we've seen today. Can't imagine this is very comfortable, especially when you go over something like that. The wheels are wobbling now. Look at them. The wheels are wobbling now. It's like a bone shaker, a natural-born bone shaker. Look at it. Bounce, 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 bounce. Over the kicker, that's got to do more damage. Well, in actual fact, it might straighten the back wheels up a bit. Looks a little bit more comfortable now. Look at it wobbling down. Down towards the big bend. This farming-themed soapbox is on the way. Round they go, wrestling with the steering. Still got this one to navigate. Under the post, over another jump, down we go. Wobble, wobble, wobble. And down to the finish in 1:05. Had a right good go, but not quite enough, I don't think, today. They love the performance, the judges, and they actually love the creativity too. But it looks very, very heavy. It's already, they've got a problem, I think, already. It's very slow, look at it. Very, very slow. You wonder whether the wheels can support it and whether Julian, the driver, can drive it. The kicker surely finishes it off. Can he get over? Oh, there you go. You could see that coming because it was the nose was on the tarmac already. Front of the soapbox was nearly dragging. You would have thought the weight would be at the back. It seemed like the weight was at the front, and it's absolutely fallen apart there. Nice round of applause. It was inevitable, look at that. They're a team from Dunkirk. They all met when they were studying, 2 joiners and a blacksmith. So you would suspect that in terms of design and whether this soapbox is going to stay in one piece all the way down, you think this team's got a fair chance. And they've absolutely flown over those twin rollers, no problem there at all. And he's really enjoying it in the front look. That's Remy, the driver, having a great day. Flying down the course. Here's the kicker, nice air over the kicker. And it is well designed, this one. It's nice and quick, easy to control. This is the big bend. It's a gigantic bend. It's a U. You pretty much go back on yourself here. And then the course starts to steepen. They go under the posts. That's because Toulouse say statistically they're the best rugby team in Europe. And then to the finish. Really good run, nice and smooth, well designed soapbox, nice and strong.